Hi, it's DelusionDispeller, hopefully to conclude this little video series that I'm doing here. Um, let's see. I'm reading this letter again. Okay. If you're in a situation where you've gotten away from this guy or this girl, and you're beating yourself up saying, how could I be so stupid? Oh my gosh, why didn't I see it coming? Don't even waste your breath or your time thinking like that. Don't worry about why you got into it right now. Just worry about how to get out of it. Or don't worry about it, but take action and get out of it. Put all that energy and self-blame and deprecation and degradation of yourself into a healthier format. And use all that energy to start calling around and finding out what is available to get you out of that situation. Start calling the shelter. Start calling the police. Start calling the judges in the courthouse. Call whoever knows this person that is a safe person for you, that isn't snowed in by this person. Do what you have to do. Put your energy towards being proactive rather than reactive, and stop blaming yourself. It doesn't matter why you got into it. Just get out of it, okay? And yeah, okay, so maybe you are the type of person that makes really unwise decisions. I think a lot of people do that, at least at one time in their life. But you don't have to sit and fuss over it at yourself and keep putting yourself down, because it's not doing anything. It's keeping you stuck in the same situation, not going anywhere. So don't do it. Let's see. If you're in a situation where people have died, and you're clinging to this narcissistic person or this toxic person because they feel like they're the only thing that you have, don't do that. Go see a counselor to grieve, to help you mourn through the issues of losing your loved ones. Don't rely on this significant other, toxic significant other, to try to meet those needs and fill those empty voids that you have from these people leaving your life. It's not going to help. Because number one, if they are narcissistic, they could care less about your feelings. They don't care that so-and-so just died and left you and, you know, you're alone and lonely and devastated. They don't care. And if they're a psychopath, they're just going to use that against you anyway, to mock you, to make fun of you, to enjoy watching you wallow in this sadness and this depression. Don't do it. Don't do it. Take your energies, and as I said earlier, put them into a healthy game plan to get out. Alright, let's see. Next part. I think I'm just about ready to wrap this all up. Okay, yeah, the staring at other people when you're married to somebody or dating somebody, that's not cool. Don't put up with it. Get out of it. Let's see. When other people tell you that your significant other makes them feel creepy, that should be a major alarm in your head that goes off. If other people are saying this person's creepy, then maybe there's something that I'm not seeing. And I think maybe I should just step back, become an observer, not an absorber, and figure out what the heck they're talking about. And if there really is something to this, maybe I should start pulling away very gently and find a plan B. Alright, if they're touching other people, major deal breaker right there. No, no, no. None of that. Let's see. One thing I want to tell you, again, about the sexual thing. If you're all into the sexual thing as being part of your relationship, and this person's all eyeing up other guys and women or whatever, you definitely want to call it quits, because who says that person is not with a bunch of people that are diseased? Trust me, there is no relationship. I don't care how badly you think you're in love and how you're going to spend the rest of your life with this person or whatever. There is no relationship worth getting a STD over, because you're the one that's going to go through the pain, especially if it's a guy that you're with. Because guys, to be honest with you, they don't suffer that much from STDs, but women sure do, because we lose our cervixes. We end up having to get, you know, cancer treatments and stuff like that. Guys don't go through that. If a guy gets an STD, like trichomoniasis or something like that, HPV or whatever, It lies dormant in their body. Half the time they don't even have symptoms of it. But when a girl gets that, you're talking about having your cervix snipped regularly to make sure that the abnormal cells don't keep coming back. The HPV doesn't keep coming back. It's not a fun process at all. You could lose your cervix. You could lose the ability to have children. There is no person worth that. None. None, none, none. Can't say that enough. So leave the sex out of it if you possibly can. Oh, another thing. Drugs? If he or she is doing drugs, deal breaker. Go the other way. Not worth it. Because what if you get caught when they have drugs? You both go to jail together, okay? No questions asked most places. If you have children, your kids get taken away. You don't want to lose your children over this idiot that is doing drugs. Period. I don't care how much you think you love them. By the way, you need to look up the definition of love if you think you're in love with a toxic person, because chances are you're probably codependent with them or dependent on them. You don't love them, because to love somebody else, you have to love yourself first. And do you really love yourself if you're staying with somebody that treats you like that? No, you're not. And they don't love you, because if they're narcissistic, they don't know what love is. They can't love. If they're psychopathic, they definitely do not love anybody or anything, including themselves. And love is a word that people throw around way too much. So be careful with that. Let's see. Oh, and if you come to me, writing to me or talking to me and saying, well, we haven't had sex in such a long time, that's probably not going to get me to pity you, because, as you know, my stand is no sex, period. Not ever. I mean, if you're married, yes. I am of the belief system that sex is for marriage only. When you start doing it outside of marriage, you are opening yourself up to a whole lot of heartbreak and a whole mess if you do end up marrying that person. Because even if they turn out to be a nice person, once you've done that with them, that ruins something. Take it from one who knows. I've been there and done that, have regrets, and wish I could turn back time. But I can't. So, silent treatment, that's another one. If you're getting the silent treatment, the guy or the girl is not worth your time. Move on as safely and as quickly as you can do so. Anyway, I feel like I've reiterated things a lot. I've repeated myself a lot, and I'm sorry if that's like redundant and annoying. But I'm just trying to give you a heads up on some things that really need to be thought about and considered. So I hope these kind of give you some food for thought, if nothing else. Some things to consider if you're in a relationship, about to start a relationship, or thinking of getting out. My encouragement to you is do it. Get out, but do it safely. Find out what you can about the resources that you have in your area. All right, well, I hope that answered the questions of that lovely lady that wrote to me. Thank you so much for your letter. I did read it all, definitely. And my advice to you is exactly what I said in these videos. Gradually do it, but start making a plan B and leave. You're worth so much more. Thanks for watching. God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.